This is the Beacon Hospital, which is obviously the job that you're working on. You would have been given a link to the Beacon Hospital as well. So yeah, just to kind of summarize it there, you have the ability, I would recommend, to add it as a favorite. So if you click up here on the star, you can add it to your bookmarks. That way, the next time you open up your internet browser, it'll appear up in the very top bar as well. So just a little thing, you can't see this little icon thing that's in the way. But basically, if you open up a new tab, it would appear.
Yeah.
There we go. Just appears up on top. Again, just for easy access is all. So you have a couple of tools here as well. You have RFIs, submittals, observations, drawings, documents, and stuff like that. The main tools that we're going to go through today is submittals, RFIs, drawings, and the documents tool. I don't know if you're familiar with these tools. You may or may not be. So I'll just go through it quickly. So basically, you have your submittals tool here. So if you go into the submittals tool, what you will see is a list of all submittals that you have access to listed here. So any submittals that you have access to will be listed here.
Okay.
Basically, you may not be seeing every single submittal that's on the job. Just so you know, it's only the ones that you are given access to, which will be most of them anyway.
Yeah.
Sometimes as the job goes on, you can see there's 11 listed here. As the job goes on, you might end up with, I think you could end up with hundreds. And to navigate them very easily, you would just add filter, put something like bowling court on as a filter. You would click your own name, click off it, and it would show you anything relevant to you.
Okay.
That makes sense. Or if you want to, you can add multiple filters as well. You can say, I want to see anything created by just Brian Cass. You click here and it'll show you anything created by just Brian Cass.
Okay.
So yeah, the submittals tool, the RFI tools work the exact same way. Somebody will create a submittal or an RFI, and they will then put you into the workflow or make you an assignee, and you will get an email notification. The email notification will come in looking like something like this.
Yeah.
So that's just, I'll just see if there's a sandbox one there for submittal. Yeah, so here's one here. It'll have the name of the site up on top, the Beacon Hospital or whatever site you're on. It'll give you a quick little summary here of kind of all the information. Any information that's attached will be listed here. And then if you want to then respond to this submittal, which obviously you're going to have to do, you can view it online. You can also view a PDF version of it as well. So if you just click view online, what will happen is it will redirect you back into the exact submittal in question. So rather than going through the exact, so say it's submittal number 20 or whatever, you don't have to go manually through it like that. If you just click on the link, it redirects you straight into the submittal in question.
Okay.
Make sense so far?
Yeah.
And chaotic?
No, I noticed as well on like some of the RFIs, like
yes,
some of the other lads have been on them and I haven't, so I don't have sight of them. But if I am added at a later date, is that possible?
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course, yes.
Yeah.
What they should be doing there for best practice is if you need some sort of access to it, they should put you into what's called the distribution group. It's the equivalent of CCing someone in an email, basically. So yeah, this is kind of the RFIs. I'll go into one here. Just click view, and this will give you a quick look at what an RFI would be. Obviously, it wouldn't say test one. It will say something about maybe door hinges or something, or door sets. There would be a subject in here. There would be a question. Hopefully, it doesn't have those characters and a number. Hopefully, it'll be a proper question. Any attachments would be listed here. Any previous responses would also be listed here. And then down here, you have the general information regarding this RFI. So you can see stuff like who the RFI manager is, who the assignee is, who's got the ball in court, who created this RFI, all this kind of stuff as well. So that's kind of how you quickly get into an RFI. I'm just going to see if there's one I can go into. So again, it's done via email notifications. So if somebody does create an RFI and wants you to respond, it comes in the same as a submittal. You can see it just comes into your inbox like normal. Up here, it will say action required. Down here, it's got the RFI details, who asked the question, when they asked the question, whatever the question is. Obviously, this is just test information as well. This isn't real. You've got your attachments here and some additional details. So in order for me to respond to this RFI, what I would do is I would click view online. Again, if you redirect me back into Procore, and it redirects me straight into the RFI that's in question. So again, you've got your subject up here, which in the last one I showed you just said test or whatever it did. You can see the question that it's asking. You can see the attachments here. You can download them all one attachment at a time. If you click it, you'll be able to view it. It takes a second or two to see it. It opens up. Again, you would just click the little download button over here if you wanted to download it onto your own file explorer as well. So yeah, there'll be a few attachments there. You'll have your question up here, which is the main one, and then some information down here regarding. So in this example, I'm signed in as a guy called Andy there. So you can see Andy is the assignee. That means somebody has to answer the question. You can see stuff like ball in court. This is one here that you might be interested in future, is if you see your name in the distribution list, this is that CCing someone in an email. You're not in charge of actually responding to anything. It's just CCing you, keeping you in the loop, essentially.
Well, we love to hear that, chat.
Exactly. So yeah, this is kind of your standard RFIs. To respond to one, all you do, big orange button, press add response. In here, you put in your response to whatever the question is. Can you confirm and you just say, I confirm or I do not confirm. Put in as much detail as you can here in your response to avoid follow-up questions later on. You obviously just want to deal with it then and there if you can, as best you can. So yeah, you would put in your response, be nice and clear, whatever it is, and then put in additional files as well. So if you have two screens open, you can just drag and drop a Word document or a PDF in, or you can just click attach file, upload file, and then from your own file explorer, you're able to bring in any file that you want. Once you have that done, so once I have that done, I'll just say test 23 for Michael Jordan. You just put in, attach any file you want. Once you're happy with that, just press add. And it's in. And it'll be bookmarked then up here as well.
Yeah.
Exactly what you said when you said it as well. And then if somebody on the Clancy end wasn't satisfied with the answer, they have the ability to ask more questions back as well. They can respond to your response and so on. And that's why you'll see the term ball in court. So it's now moved back to me. I was just signed in as the guy called Andy. That's why it's under Andy's name. I've now done my part. I've answered the question. I've confirmed yes, whatever it is, the installation, whatever it is. And if he's happy with it, he will then close it on his end. And that's it. And again, it just works on email notifications. So you don't have to keep going in to check, do I need to respond to anything? You'll be getting constantly emailed if you are needing to respond to anything. So that's kind of the RFI tool. You can as well export it as a PDF. So you can click all responses, all the attachments, all that kind of stuff. You can just zip it whatever way you want. I would recommend, rather than clicking the back button up here, I would always try and click this RFI button here.
Yeah.
So just click RFI and it brings you back to the RFI homepage, which is kind of similar to the Submittals homepage as well. Something kind of similar. Again, it works off filters. So you can see here there's been a load of different RFIs created on this job. If I click filters and I just want to see what's open, I just click off and I'm able to see anything that's open. And again, you can add more filters to it. You might want to see something that just Brian is the assignee to. And again, you click off it and it'll show you anything that's just Brian. So working the filters is very important. The one thing to note is when you leave Procore, when you leave the RFI page on Procore and you come back a day later, it remembers your filters.
Oh, okay, grand.
Which is very handy.
Yeah.
If you're ever looking at something and you're like, geez, there should be more RFIs here, just come over here and click clear all filters and start again. You can always just leave it without filters. If there's not that many, you're able to navigate through them fairly handy anyway. So yeah, that's kind of the RFI tool. You can also, if you want to view any RFI, you can just click on, say, where it says test 1. You can click on the subject. It's a blue hyperlink. You can click view over here, or you can click the little icon over here, which converts it to a PDF. So if you want to see it as a PDF, you have it as a PDF. And up in the top right, you'll have a little download button. You can click that and it'll download it into your file explorer.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's sort of the RFI tool. Submittals, again, it's done via email notification. So if you've been assigned into the workflow of any submittal, an email will come in, like the top, is there any here that says, yeah, this one's a submittal. So you click in there, it says action needed, ball in your court. This submittal has been sent back. It's been sent to you, and to view this, you can view the submittal online by just clicking down here. But again, the email gives you a little summary of what's inside in the actual submittal itself.
Yeah.
And then to respond to it or to look at it, you just click view online. You can also click view PDF, which just makes it a PDF again. But you just click view online. It redirects you back into Procore. It redirects you straight into the submittal in question, and you just follow what it says inside in here. So at the very top, you see it says workflow in progress. This submittal requires your response. So if you ever see a big yellow warning, it usually means you need to do something up on top.
Okay.
So here you go. You've got another yellow warning. Again, I'm signed in as this guy, Andy, at the minute. So that's why everything's highlighted in yellow. If I was signed in as myself, this wouldn't be highlighted in yellow. It's only because I know I need to do something here. So in here, you've got your general attachments, which are listed here. In this example, they're PDFs. You can select download all, or you can select them individually as well. Down here, you've got your general information. So this is the title, environmental and vibrations monitoring, who the responsible contractor is. Again, this is all test stuff. This isn't real companies or anything like that. Again, you've got the number, you've got the submittal type, product information, shop drawn, stuff like that. Submittal manager, who it's received from, all this kind of information as well. And then down here, you've got your description. So please find submittal attached for your review, comment, and approval. So then in order to respond to it, you'll see stuff like when it was sent. So today, this notification was sent to Andy. He has until the 10th of the 9th to respond.
Okay.
And you can see here, my response is pending because I haven't actually responded to it yet. So if I wanted to respond to it, I would just click the respond button. But just before I do that, just bear in mind the workflow. You can see here, even though I put myself in as a responder, you can see what I actually responded beforehand. So in the beacon job, you might see other people have responded, architects, landscape engineers, whatever it might be, mechanical, electrical. They might have their own responses in before it, and you can see what their response is. And if they have any comments as well, you'll be able to see it. And then in order for you to respond, all you have to do, orange button on the right-hand side, press respond. You can attach any additional files you want to the next reviewer, but only people after you will be able to see it. So in this example, there's actually nobody listed after yourself, after Andy in this example. So I'll just see if there's another one. A second. No, that's okay. So sometimes there can be people listed underneath you as well. Yeah. So if you were to forward anything, it would be the next reviewers would see it.
Okay.
So if you have anything same as before, you can just drag and drop, or you just click attach files, click my computer, click upload files, and just select whatever file it is you want to forward onto the next reviewer. Okay. And you just press that little attach button.
Yeah.
All you do is you just press next. You give it a response type. So there's a few different response types you want, or you have, I should say. You've got for record only.
Well, I was just going to ask, if the status B was an option, or if you had typed that in. So, okay, that's perfect. Yeah.
So yes, we try and have as many drop downs as possible. We try and make you do as little manual work as possible, typing wise. So we've a lot of drop downs here. So yes, for record only, you can ignore pending. Status A approved, which hopefully everything will be. But obviously, status B plus approved with comments. Status B minus, revise and resubmit. Status C rejected and void. So you put in whichever one it is. Hopefully 99% of the time it will be status A approved, but it may not be, of course. So you can put in your status B plus with comments. In here, put in your comments, obviously, whatever it would be. Try and be as detailed as you can. If you have anything in particular you need to highlight, be as detailed as you can be here. There is loads of room to type it. I know it's a little box there, but you can type quite a bit as well. So always put in your comments there. Once you're happy with that, I'll just type that in for the time being. You'll press preview. Once you press preview, it will say next in workflow. So as I said, I was in the previous workflow. Andy's in this one. If there was another person, Mary, for example, her name would appear here.
So if I forward it for review, that person will be next in workflow, or
you won't be forwarding for review. They'll just be next in the workflow. It's just if you want to give something to the person who's next in the workflow, you can.
Okay.
If that makes sense. If you're happy with that, yeah, it'll say next in workflow, it'll say Mary or whatever. If there's another person, you can see quickly what your response was, your wonderful comments. Try not to use my horrifically bad English. I would recommend using words. And of course, if you have any attachments as well, you'll see a little summary of them there. Once you're happy with that, you just press respond, and that's it.
Okay.
And that's it.
Lovely.
So you press respond. You can attach a file. You select the status. You put in a comment. You press preview. It's basically 5 clicks, and that's it. As simple as that. So yeah, that's it. What would happen then is you can see workflow is complete. All required approvers and their submitters have responded. If there was somebody actually, it would say workflow has moved to the next approver, Mary or whoever it was.
Right.
And that's it. It's all grayed out. Then you can't actually do anything. What you can do is you can export it as well. So if you wanted to have your own little, PDF version of it, you can PDF it or zip it, and you can have it saved that way as well. And everything that you've done is time stamped as well, just so you know.
So if I wanted to, add something additional, maybe a day later, would I not be able to, or?
No, you would have to get on to Brian or somebody like that, and they would have to re-add you to the workflow. So obviously, if a submittal comes in, you will have a due date. So in this example, it's the 10th of September. So just because the submittal comes in today, you obviously do not have to respond to it straight away. There will be a due date there. So do take your time, obviously. Do bear in mind there is a due date, and there might be people behind you who need to see it as well. So just bear that in mind. But no, once you press that respond button and you've put in all your information, that's it. It's gone up to the heavens and the clouds or wherever. But again, if you need to get on to people like Brian on the job, they can add you back into the workflow if you need to as well.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Yeah, and that's pretty much the Submittals tool summed up there. We'll just go back here. So I always recommend not clicking the back button. I always recommend clicking this Submittals button here. It brings you straight back into the Submittals. You can as well, just so you know, change the layout. So you might want to see the spec section and stuff like that. To do that, you just click the 3 dots over here, and anything that's blue or grayed out is what you're seeing at the minute. But if you don't want to see the spec section, if you don't want to see that, you click the blue, and it just removes the spec section as well. You can obviously close stuff in and stuff like that as well. Just if you wanted to change the view is all. Anything you see that's in red means that it's overdue. So in that previous one, there was a due date of the 12th of September, I think. So basically what would happen is if you haven't responded by the 12th, on the 13th, you would get an email notification saying submittal overdue, and saying the day after, the day after, the day after, and the day after as well. So there will be a lot of emails. It will annoy you into doing it, essentially. There will be that many emails going. And just so you know, you cannot turn those emails off, just so you know. They will keep coming. But just an interesting one to note as well. As well as that, if you did say you were in the middle of a submittal and for some reason you wanted to attach some sort of email that you were given in your own Outlook, you can forward it into this email section here. You just copy and paste this email address and forward any email you've got that you believe is relevant to this submittal straight in. And it's kind of like it's just a link. That's all it is. It's a link. It doesn't actually affect the general submittal itself. It's kind of like, oh, by the way, kind of a thing. That makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
Super. So again, you've got your filters again. If you want to see anything ball and court for yourself, you just click ball and court, you click your name, you click off the screen, and it'll show you anything that's got your ball and court. If you wanted to very quickly see whatever submittal it was, you can just click that little PDF icon, give it about 5 to 10 seconds, and it'll open up as a PDF as well, just if you want to see a different view of it, basically.
Yeah. Okay.
I've kept this submittal going quite a while, the 14th of November. I've been constantly deleting.
You must be getting a lot of emails,
Oh my word. But that's basically the general gist of it as well. How it works. You can also click ball and court as well. it's another way of viewing all the submittals. You can see your name and anything that would be listed underneath it. And the same with a couple of other people. And again, you're only seeing submittals that you are put onto, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the Submittals tool. That's the RFI tool. We'll probably go through the drawings tool as well. I don't know if you're familiar with it.
Like I've been on Procore now a couple of weeks. I've just been, driving around, but I missed that last training session, so I just wanted to make sure I wasn't missing anything.
It was great because we get to record this one now, so it's even better. Yeah. But yes, I should say as well, if you're ever inside in a tool, like the Submittals tool, and you're kind of like, what am I supposed to do now? There's a little help button over here.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see that little button
I can. Yeah.
You click help, it opens up a submittal help. It opens up a Procore support center specifically for submittals, and you can see some tutorials here as well. So how do I create a submittal if you are creating a submittal? The one you'd be looking for is how to respond to a submittal as an approver. That would be one that you'd be looking at.
Yeah.
It's just a quick little how-to guide is all. So yeah, that's the Submittals tool kind of summed up. You can export what you're seeing as well as a PDF or an Excel. So if you ever want to see a little quick report on how progress is going for the beacon, you could put a title on, click all in court, click your own name, and then what you can do is click export as a PDF. And what would happen is a couple of seconds later, it'll open up as a PDF, and you'll be able to see. There you go. You're able to see like a very quick report.
Yeah, that's handy.
Kind of all open submittals. The key thing is just the filters. If something doesn't look right, you're best to press clear all. That's the best thing to do. So sometimes people will have 2 or 3 filters on at the same time, and they'll be looking at something going, this doesn't make any sense. They forget there's a filter on, or they've searched something in the search bar as well. So if I typed in something like my own name, of course not, will come up there. I'll type in something like window. So if you type in window, people might be looking, why is there only 2? They're looking here going, there's no filter, but they forgot they put something into the search bar. So just sometimes if it doesn't look right, just sometimes bear that in mind. That's all. So yeah, we'll have a look at the drawings tool as well. You can as well add them as a favorite up here. So if you find yourself constantly going into certain tools, what you would do is you would just click the little stars beside it and turn the gray star into a yellow star, and it will appear up here as well. It's just a handy way to navigate between certain tools, because you'll probably be using these 3 tools mainly. So we'll just open up a drawings tool. Close down. I have a lot of windows open there. A lot of tabs open. So yeah, this is the drawings tool. I actually might go into the Beacon Hospital actually for this one.
Yeah.
I was just in a test one there as well. So in here again, you've got your drawings. I have nothing added to the favorites, so I just click the yellow star, and now drawings is now one of my favorites. So I click in there, and now I'm able to access all the drawings in the Beacon Hospital job. 574 drawings. It's a lot of drawings. Yeah, so 574 drawings. When you come in, go into current drawings. It usually defaults to that anyway. That way you're always seeing the latest revision or the most current revision as well.
Okay.
Clancy's will be in charge of revision control. So when the design team are uploading a drawing, we then double check, is this a drawing from before or is this a brand new drawing? And if it's a drawing from before, we double check the revisions, and then we make that one the newest revision. That makes sense.
So Brian has to...
I think Brian normally
give permissions to... Okay.
Yeah. So if you are uploading a drawing, all you do is you press the orange button up here, upload. You attach in the files. These are all PDF drawings, of course. You put in the drawings, you create or add it to whatever set it's relevant to. You put in the default drawing date and default receive date. You can include the default revision number. You don't have to do this. These are just advanced options. Most people just stop after the dates here. You don't have to click either of these if you don't want to. It's no problem. I would advise staying away from that. And down here, it defaults to English. Please don't click French or Spanish. Please don't do it. Just keep it on English. But like I said, most of the time, once you upload your drawing, create your set, put in your to date, you don't need to click this at all. Just press the process button. That just turns orange and you press process. And what happens then on our end is we double check that the drawing has the correct title, the correct drawing number, the correct revision, the correct discipline, all that kind of stuff. And then we publish it for everybody else to see.
Okay.
So this is the drawings tool. Again, pretty straightforward stuff. To open up a drawing, very straightforward. You just click on the blue link or click open, one of those two. It'll open up the drawing and you will see the drawing in front of you. You can do a couple of things here straight away. You can download it. So if you want to put it into your own file explorer, you can do that. You can also mark up the drawing. So if you just click that button there, markup, you see a new toolbar appear over here. And you can do stuff like you can highlight certain stuff. Now that looks a very thin line, but what you can do is change the thickness of the line as well. Again, the more you kind of play with Procore, the more it'll make sense. So you can kind of highlight anything. Look at that. Isn't that just amazing? I can draw a house on top of the house. That's wonderful artistry. But the good thing about this is I know it's a shame, but nobody else can actually see what I'm after doing. That's the big. I know it's the big shame.
Okay, so it doesn't save.
It only allows me to see it first, but if I want to, I can press this button publish. Now everybody else is able to see that arrow that I've just drawn. So I'd have to do it for each thing that I've just drawn, each thing that I've just marked up. I would have to do it individually to publish them all.
So it doesn't save it as a different copy of the drawing. It's on the actual original upload.
It's on the original upload. But you can very easily delete it. So I published that. So when I first drew something there, for example, say I want to highlight something, whatever it might be, I want to highlight that. Only I can see that. Nobody else can see that. But it is on the drawing.
Okay.
But with the filters, you press this button here, hide all, and it hides everything.
Okay.
So it doesn't delete anything. It's just hiding everything. It's like putting a filter on a picture or whatever. So to see everything again, you just click unselect hide all. And again, if I've drawn something that I didn't want to, I just click on it. Sorry. I just click on it and I click the bin over here, delete. And now nobody else is able to see that. It's gone now forever. That kind of makes sense. There's other stuff you can do as well. There's like a cloud and a box. So if you don't want to freehand your boxes and stuff, you can click a cloud as well. Again, press publish. You can get distances as well. You can use the arrow. So if you don't want to freehand your arrows, which I would probably advise because mine's awful, you can just hand draw an arrow. Sorry, you can just click the arrow there. You can always zoom in and out as well with your mouse, just so you know if you really need to highlight anything in particular. You can put in a text box as well. Pretty straightforward stuff. You just go test, put in whatever it is that you need to put in. You can make the writing bigger, all that kind of stuff as well.
Okay.
Up here, there's like an activity log as well, just kind of logging things that are being done. Another cool one is the distance tool. Now with the distance tool, you need to calibrate it first. So you click distance again, you calibrate it. So say, for example, you knew the exact distance between this door opening or something like that.
Yeah.
You can zoom in. I would recommend going meters. If you want to go imperial, feel free to.
No.
Just go. It's up to yourself, whatever you want. And there you go. I've now calibrated this. So now whenever I go back to my distance, based off this distance between this, I think that's a door opening there. I said it was 2.13 meters. I can now get any distance based off of that. So you just have to know one distance on the drawing.
Yeah.
Generally, like a door opening or something like that is generally a good one as well. So yeah, that's pretty much the drawings tool summed up. If you did want to look at an older revision for whatever reason, you can up here click on the top where the drawing revision is. You can click, you can see here Rev 0.
Yeah.
In here, you'll see the old revision. And the great thing is Procore will warn you in the top left-hand corner, non-current drawn, if you're in an old revision. So if you're ever in an old revision, you can always tell because that red banner appears up on top. And to go back, you just newest revision. But it always defaults to the newest one anyway. It's just if you needed to go back for whatever reason. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I might delete some of these now before the lads on the beacon start wondering what the hell is going on. They're panicking and say, what am I doing drawing little houses and stuff? But yeah, that's pretty much the
And sorry, just in the filter there, or was it in the markup where it had the other items like what it had?
In markup, it's got highlight, cloud,
No,
arrow.
sorry, maybe it was the filter. It had filters, a couple of other things. Yeah, sorry, snags and.
Wonderful, yes. Yes, so basically, I should explain. The filters is just kind of a way of filtering the drawn, but over in the markup tool is where you would be pinning a photo or a snag or an observation. So if there was a snag on the job, you click snag, and then if you know exactly where the snag is, you zoom in and you say it's right here, and I know for a fact that it is snag number 12 or something. Now there's obviously no snags on the beacon probably. It would list snags 1 here, and you just click on it and it's linked then. There's probably no snags.
Not yet.
I don't even think there's nothing going on there at the minute, is there?
No, we haven't. We've just demolished it. We haven't started building it back up yet.
I was panicking for a second. I was like, oh my God, he's snagging already. No, that's super. Another little feature there you might want to note as well is if you're ever looking at a drawing. Now, I've obviously done a lot of creative stuff here. Can you make out that they're eyes, that they're blue eyes?
Yeah.
Like an eyeball. So basically, up on top here, you've got 2. There's a published and a personal. You're always looking at this drawing in one of 2 ways. Published version, which means everybody's able to see it, or personal version, which means only I can see it. So if I deselect the published version, so I turn that blue eye off, this is the personal version. This is what only I can see. So only I'm able to see this. But if I want to see what everybody else can see, I turn off my personal version and turn on my published version. These are the 2 items that I published as well. So that kind of makes a bit more sense now, does it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Super. But yeah, these are just filters. If you didn't want to see, if I had a load of snags on the drawing, I would just deactivate the snags filter and it'll remove all the snags. It doesn't delete anything. You're not deleting anything. It's just like a camera on your phone. You're just putting filters on top of stuff. That's all it is. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I would also say you can also navigate between drawings from here. There's 2 little arrows, and you can also click here, and it'll show you the latest the drawings as well in this view. And for the love of God, whatever you do when you're closing, just press the close button. The amount of people that have clicked this X to get out of the drawings tool is astonishing. So just remember, if you don't want to be cursing yourself, just press that close. But you could imagine the people that they could have loads of tabs open up here, and then they'll press this X up here, and they'll close down their Google Chrome, and they'll be cursing themselves. So just bear in mind, it's the little close button up here, and you click close, it brings you back to your drawings tool again. That's pretty much it. I would also recommend clicking the subscribe button up here. So anytime a new drawing is published, you can get a notification saying new drawing published.
Perfect. Yeah.
And you can change your view to the thumbnails as well if you'd like to have a preview of each of the drawings as well. It can take a few seconds for it to load. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think Brian might have mentioned the documents tool as well. So inside the documents tool, you're able to see a certain number of folders.
Yeah.
And you have the ability yourself to create a folder as well if needed. There's a folder here called collaboration folder.
Yeah, I think I've uploaded some stuff in there already. Yeah.
That's super. So it is. That's brilliant. Yeah. So again, easily you can just go into whatever folder it is that you are, and you just press create folder, and obviously you can drag and drop as well, just so you know.
Yeah. Okay.
So any files that you want to upload, you can just drag and drop in. Yeah, no, that's pretty much it. Any questions on your end? Or
just on models then, are they uploaded in a separate area, or?
I think I must ask Brian exactly where we're putting the models.
I can ask the other lads. Yeah, I know the others have uploaded a few already. I just haven't myself.
Yeah.
But I presume it's the same process as the.
Do you know who has uploaded a model?
I know we have TOT Architects. We have uploaded a few models.
Yeah, there's the models.
Yeah, oh, there we are.
Folder.
Perfect. Yeah.
Just uploading there. And
so that's in documents. Okay.
Yes, exact. That's in documents, and you'll go into collaboration folder.
Yeah.
So this folder here. You go into collaboration folder, go down to top.
Perfect. Yeah.
Go into what I would do if there's a folder you use quite often, I would just bookmark it then and there.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay, that's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, that's super. That's super as well. You can also email that folder link to yourself as well if you'd like to have a handy access as well. You just have access. You can just send it to yourself. That way it can just be a link always in your emails. So you never forget how to get into it.
If I'm uploading, say, a model and it gets published, does everybody get that notification, or do they have to be subscribed?
No, there'll be no notifications in the documents tool.
Okay.
Unless somebody has set it up already, it's possible. No, not at the minute. You wouldn't mind to double check with Brian on that.
Yeah.
What exactly you're doing. I suspect you're probably just sending him an email saying it's been published, and maybe he does an announcement. I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, that's fine. Yeah, I can do that.
Yeah. Super.
Okay. Is that all then?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I haven't fried your head too much, have I?
No, you're grand. I'm used to, well, we use Architect Pro, which is slightly different, but
if you've used anything like A-Connects or Viewpoints or any of them, they're all some way familiar. As well, there's always help over here. So if you click on the help, it opens up this project overview and it gives you a bit of guidance as well for what you might need. So yeah, that's a really good button over there, help as well.
Okay. Yeah, and can you do PCAR reports on this?
Yeah, I think they've been saved into. Have they been saved? Yeah, saved into folder 3, I believe, inside in here.
Grand.
Be a folder for PCAR.
Well, that's perfect.
Yeah, no, that's super.
Okay, well, thanks a million for your time. Yeah,
no problem. Any problems there, you know where I am. All right, Amy.
Lovely. Perfect.
Thanks very much for that.
Chat to you soon. Bye. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.